morning. And why did it go so dark? I don't know. Let's see if I can light it up. There we go. Good morning, my lovely kings and queens. Welcome to Starfire Channel. This is going to be a quick video. Very quick. First of all, I want to tell you that if you're new, I hope you enjoy my channel. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. Let me just move these a little bit. And also, please hit the share button and share this video. What I want to talk to you about today is a question that came up to me yesterday. And the question was, how does your husband feel about you practicing witchcraft? So I thought I'd elaborate on that a little bit. I'm trying to get some light in here, you guys. I'm driving, so it's kind of hard. Here's the thing. My husband, I might look yellow, but that probably work right here because you're asking me good. My husband is a very strong, well-educated, brilliant black man. Okay, I don't care what other people think. I know who he is to me. My husband is my backbone. My husband is my king. He's my everything. He's a great father and a wonderful dad, because there's a difference. Okay, he's a great provider. And am I saying that my marriage is perfect? Hell no. Nobody got that. I always say, if you got the perfect marriage, something wrong. Okay, either both of y'all won't crack, both of y'all dead. You can't argue. But as far as my husband looking at me as a witch, he has no problem with it. When I first decided to come out of the closet, he was watching me. He was looking like, what is she doing? And I really thought he really didn't know much of anything. My calling has been on my life since I was small. I always had the gift of prophecy. But unfortunately, I have the gift that goes for the warning before your destruction. And I could always tell someone when something was going wrong. And I have my kids, and one of my brothers that was just out here visiting me will tell you, if Starfire, of course he don't call me that, but anyway, if Starfire says something's up, something's up. Okay, so here's the thing. My husband saw me buy my crystals. He saw me getting into candles, because I love candles. And then I offered him one. I offered him a purple amethyst and a tiger's eye. So when I handed him, I said, here, I want you to... Oh, I also had rose quartz. And the rose quartz that I got for him had the word forever on it. That was the first one I gave him. And I said, this is a rose quartz. He said, yeah, this is for love. I looked at him like, what do you know about crystals? And he was like, I know more than you think, And he's like, I said, but this is for unconditional love. And it says forever, so it means a lot for us. Because my husband and I both have matching tattoos on our arms that says unbreakable. Love. Yeah, can't nobody break this up. No matter what we go through, we got each other's back. So then I broke out the amethyst and the tiger's eye. Now the tiger's eye he didn't know, but the amethyst, like, oh, this is the amethyst. And he's like, this is for your third eye. And I'm like, how do you know all this? He's like, I don't watch regular TV. He doesn't. My husband watches things that's going to educate him. Only time like he watches Riverdale or something like that, because I got it on the originals and all of that. He's like, yeah, you watch the fantasy stuff, I watch the real stuff. We come together in the middle. So then I told him, I said, well, how do you feel about me practicing witchcraft? He said, you got to do you. And I said, well, how you feel about it? He said, babe, I know more about it than what you think, and if that's your calling, that's your calling. Just don't put no spells on me. Don't be down there putting nothing on me. And I started laughing, and I realized he was dead serious. And I was like, And I have an extra room because my last son moved out. And matter of fact, with 2 extra rooms. So I told my husband I wanted to make that. Well, what it was is I had my altar in my bedroom. And he was like trying to put on his headphones to watch TV or get on his game or whatever, so that he didn't disturb me. So when we have the extra room, my husband said, why don't you get you some paint for the room upstairs? And I said, for it. He said, that way when you meditate, you have your own room, you have the silence that you need, whatever things you need to work on, your craft or whatever, you have your own space. I said, okay. So that meant a lot to me. So what I did was I actually went and brought my paint. And to my surprise, my husband not only painted my room, he hung my draperies, he put my quotes across the wall, he put me a shelf on the wall. That's a little bit crooked, but I don't want to move it. Let me tell you why. Because everything he did for that room, he did out of love. Okay? He did to support me. Now, does my husband believe in everything I believe in? He believes in it, but he doesn't practice it. Okay? He knows that there's more to God than Christianity. He also knows how Christianity got started, being forced into it, how the slaves were brought over, and we lost our culture. So he has a lot of history. So to let you know, yeah, my husband supports me, and I'm thankful for it. Then I started doing my own things that I sell, oils and candles, and I started selling things for the craft and things for men, cologne, and I make all kind of stuff. And my husband has full blown supported me. You know, he has had my back 100%. So I guess what I'm saying to that person that asked me, how does my husband deal with it? He doesn't deal with it. My husband loves me. Okay, he doesn't deal with the fact that he's married to a witch. And he has no problem telling people, oh yeah, my wife's a witch. I think he gets a kick out of that because people look at him like, what? He's like, yeah, she's in her little room doing her little concoctions. You know, so I'm really thankful for my husband. I'm thankful for the man that I have in my life. You know, he's a great man. Is he perfect? No, but guess what? He's perfect for me. And as our tattoos say on our arms, unbreakable love. So yes, I am married to a beautiful black king who totally understands me. Now, for those of you who are in the closet and afraid to come out because of your spouse, whether it be your husband or your wife, you have to remember one thing. I can understand trying to keep it hidden from your family because some of them won't understand. Still, some of mine don't know. I'm not hiding it. They just don't know. Now, they go look on YouTube. They're going to see my pretty little face. Hello. You know, I had one friend comment and said, is that you? I said, don't it look like me? And she fell out laughing. She's like, girl, I didn't know you was into that. Hey, you know, and if she still comes around, fine. If she don't, we weren't friends in the first place. That's how I look at it. You know, if you want to condemn me to hell, bye, Felicia. Okay, because I bet y'all know a quicker way of not going to hell than you do. One, by living by religion and not by the elements and God Almighty with the stars and the moons and the things that He's blessed us with. But back to what I was saying. If you're in the closet, in your broom closet, okay, and your spouse doesn't know, your magic will never be the success that you want it to be. Let me explain to you why. Because you have division in your household. You are keeping something from the other person that completes you. Okay? I would rather come out to my spouse. Forget everybody else, they don't matter. Come out to your spouse. Let them know where you stand and what you're doing, and start educating them. Now, if you find that your spouse is really, really against it, then you might need to think about it. Is this something you can get into? Because you know your magic will not go as far as it can go if you're hiding it from your husband or your wife. So you want to make sure of that, okay? You want to be clear on that. Sometimes you may have to put this off until that person really begins to understand. You may not need to practice right away. Maybe you need to start off with the crystals. Just bringing the crystals into your home, okay? And then from the crystals, you may go to the incense, the cones, the white sage. Bring it to them little by little. Don't just hey, I'm a witch. No, don't do that. One, it's unfair to them. You're not giving them a chance to accept what you're doing. You're forcing it upon them. Okay? So that's really all I have to say today, is that remember, your spouse is the other part of you. So how can you call on your angels and your deities when they know that your home has division? And the division is because of your deceitfulness. How are you deceiving? Because you're not being honest to your spouse about who you are. And like I said, if you find that telling your wife or husband that you are a witch or a warlock or a practitioner or a healer, whatever you want to call it, and that word healer might make it a little bit easier now to think about it. Just remember this. You're lying to them. And you're asking the archangels and everyone to, your ancestors, to help you and everything. But they know there's division in that home. So think about it. And maybe you should start with just getting him to see that you're meditating and getting into yourself, him or she, you know, and that you're loving the elements of the earth more. And then start bringing little things in little by little. Do not just crash down on them with I'm a Witch. Okay? So I wish you guys the best. This is Starfire. You can reach me at StarFireQueen, B for beautiful, at gmail.com. You can also look me up on Facebook. You'll see my logo with my stars going like that. I love my new logo so much. You guys don't even know. And it says Starfire. Also, understand this. It's not what goes out of a king or a queen. I'm sorry, I said that backwards. It's not what goes into a king or a queen that they have to give account for. It's what goes out of that king or queen. I love you guys very much. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and don't forget to share and like this video. And remember, it's okay to be you, but be honest with yourself. Because until you can do that, you can't be honest with anyone else. And as far as I'm concerned, the rest of your family doesn't matter. It's what you and your spouse, your significant other, have committed to. Okay, your mama don't sleep with you. I hope she don't. Your daddy ain't supposed to be sleeping with you. But whoever you laying next to, if they're that important to you, you won't keep this hidden. You'll talk to them. You might have to make a decision. You know, you may have to let up a little bit for a minute. Because remember, it's all in your intentions. Okay, it's all in your intentions. So you can do little things. That's why I said one thing about a kitchen witch, they got the upper hand because you don't even know what they're doing because you're eating it. You know? But at the same time, you don't want to deceive that loved one. Okay? Remember that third eye. Keep it open so your awareness and your higher spiritual person can understand things, receive things, reach your ancestors, your deities, your gods. Also remember that throat chakra. I'm driving, so I really can't do like I normally do. Remember that throat chakra. When I speak about the throat chakra, it's about your words and what comes out of you. I've had someone who I've loved very dearly to do some very hateful things and say some very hateful things. But I had to cut that person off. Am I angry with them? No. Do I speak negatively on them? No. Because you know what? I know for a fact that karma's a bitch. And that the threefold law, it works. So she can deal with all that. I don't have time. I wish her many blessings. But just stay out of my life. I'm good at that. I can cut people off so quick, it's ridiculous. It's like cutting off a hangnail. No problem for Starfire. And remember your heart chakra. Once again, I still love this person. I can love her from a distance. Remember to love unconditionally. That doesn't mean you stay in a relationship and get your head beat. It means I love you, but I got to get away from you. Stay blessed. I love you guys. Many, many blessings.